Bitcoin had an amazing daily candle close right here, but we get a terrible candle close afterwards, which is yesterday. And yeah, of course, a lot of traders are asking themselves now what to do within this formation. We have not yet seen a clear breakout, so that bearish narrative that we had here when Bitcoin dropped and grabbed some liquidity, made a reversal. Also not really standing right now. And yeah, in today's video, guys, I will show you what I'm expecting with Bitcoin, when I expect a breakout, which metrics that I'm watching, because actually that we get rejected right here, that the price of Bitcoin were to come down, was very expected. And I tell you exactly why. That is when we have a look at Will Portal, the average funding fee turned positive. And if there's one thing clear in the past couple of months, every time when the average funding fee is positive, the price doesn't go up, it just goes down. And if you are not using this funding fee for your trading, for predicting a short-term price movement, you're clearly living under a rock, because this is by far the best metric out there right now to predict the direction of Bitcoin. I think it's very, very simple. If you combine average funding fee with price structure, you get a quite good grip on the markets. And I made a joke yesterday on Twitter. I said, if you are not using the funding fee, you're still living in the matrix, because it's just such an amazing metric. Right now as well, we had negative funding right here. Price went up. Price had that liquidity grab and price went up. We didn't saw a breakdown. Then average funding turned positive. What happens? Price turns down, price comes down again. So right now I will show you guys in Bitcoin and the S&P 500, because we see a similar formation right there, similar structure. We got with the S&P 500 also a liquidity grab, you can call it. We got a bounce, but then at a certain level we got rejected, and now we're coming back down. So in both scenarios, because most likely they will coincide with each other, so when the S&P 500 break down, Bitcoin will break down too, vice versa as well. So I will show you these signals that I'm watching. Of course, guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure to smash up that like button. Very much appreciated. Let's dive straight into it. And let's go to Bitcoin first. First of all, we're still trading within this triangle formation. We got a declining resistance. We got a horizontal support. And this daily candle looked very promising, to be honest. It's called like a hammer, a bullish hammer. But the follow through was actually absolutely worse. Look at this. We just got an inverted hammer after a bullish hammer, which the inverted hammer is actually a very basic candle, and they both have a huge wick. So that means that there definitely has been some aggression going on right here, because this looks that there was a lot of buying aggression. But this looks that there was a lot of selling there too. I want to jump with you. Before I want to jump into the shorter term time frame, let me show you that on the daily time frame, I think the structure is most clear. We got a triangle structure on the price. We got a triangle structure in the relative strength index. And of course, if we do break out on the relative strength index, if we break down right here, most likely price will break down too. This is how you can use this metric most handy. It's just we just spot the breakout first in the relative strength index. Afterwards, most likely the price will follow. Of course, you should always combine that with the average funding fee. At least now the average funding fee is really important. Premium index you can also watch if you're looking for short-term reversals. It did an amazing job in predicting that liquidity grab reversal. It was precise on the hour. Like, I don't know how much easier trading can get if you have these metrics based with or basically combined with technical analysis. Then when we dive into the shorter term time frame, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. We do see that we have some form of a support right here. Let me get rid of the momentum indicators. Let me bring out a rectangle. We got some form of support right here coming in at, let's say, roughly 19,140 till 19,170. Of course, if we lose that support, there could be some momentum to the downside. We could see that coincide with break of the RSI support, and we could be coming down to test the support and even possibly close it. I think right now, guys, to trade Bitcoin short term is quite difficult in this choppy range. You can see it right here. We get actually quite a crazy liquidity grab. Huge buying coming in, huge wick right here on the 4-hour time frame. Looks amazingly bullish. Come up, touch resistance, come back down. So it's quite choppy price action, and sentiment is moving, especially on Twitter, from extremely bearish to extremely bullish, which can be really, really confusing. And I would say right now, you should not be a bear nor be a bull. I think you should be very neutral. And first of all, take in mind that the beginning of November comes. Based on time, we might see a bottom there. And right here, I would just wait till Bitcoin is showing a more clearer structure, either a breakdown or a break up. And then you can still decide if you want to become a bear or want to become a bull. But to be super decisive right now, I think it just doesn't work, because right now you can't be sure of the direction. Why should you say, yeah, I'm 100% bull or 100% bear? Because you will just bring yourself into trouble, right? With that decisiveness in one direction. When Bitcoin goes into the other direction, you're not able to flip that bias. So that's why I would say right now, be like water. Don't be an extreme bull, don't be an extreme bear. That's the standpoint that I take. And I'm gonna watch these metrics, which is over on Will Portal, which is the RSI structure and the price structure on Bitcoin, but also the structure in the S&P 500. Because S&P 500, guys, we see something similar. We actually have bullish divergence, right? We had a lower lows in the price with a massive fake out liquidity grab, something similar like we've seen with Bitcoin. We held that uptrend. Then we got a massive massive green candle, but also not really a follow through. We got rejected at some resistance. We didn't even fill the gap right now, and price just came down quite harsh as well as it went up. So we have seen just quite a sell-off right here, and if we do lose that support again, so of course we could do something like this and eventually turn around. That is all possible. Also, if we bounce off from the support in the relative strength index, if we lose this support and we come down on the relative strength index, most likely S&P 500 goes back into free fall mode. This was just a small support on the road, and where we could still see lower levels from. And if this is going to happen with the S&P 500, I can say the chances are almost inevitable that it will happen with Bitcoin too. So I think this is the best way how to approach the market right now. Don't be a extreme bear nor a bull. Wait till you get a little bit more confirmation, because price action is so choppy right now. And I think nobody can say with 100% decisiveness what is going to happen, if the price is going to go up or down. We got so many signals that the price is going to go up, but we still have the 4-year cycle low which coming up, and bearish sell-off right now, which can strengthen the fact that Bitcoin is still going to see lower levels. So that is what I'm saying. That's how I'm playing with my strategy. I'm standing a little bit on the sidelines right now, waiting for that breakout, waiting for the first signals for a breakout. Right now, I favor the downside due to the funding rate. If this would be negative, guys, if the average funding fee will turn negative, then I would definitely get a more bullish perspective on the markets, as I think a negative funding rate can help with a short squeeze, can help drive the price up. But as long as the average funding fee is positive, I do think that the chances are more likely to continue selling pressure. Guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, smash up that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Let's get to 18,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Let's get the momentum back on the channel. Appreciate all of you very much. Wish you all a great weekend and hope to see all of you in the next video.